sports break for you. And I assume, is there a new Poundcake Sports, Poundcake podcast tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Poundcake cake.
Sport break cake.
The take is really jamming me up.
About my uneventful weekend at the bathhouse.
Oh, it didn't pop off like you wanted it to?
No, nothing popped off, which was upsetting.
Wait, you're going to do a podcast about a weekend where nothing happened?
Yes.
Well,
Like
just
Seinfeld.
I'm going to talk about the All-Star Weekend and like what I observed, but I'm also going to throw in the fact that I was wrong about how I thought there was going to be a bunch of DL execs there, and like, you know.
I'm surprised you thought that would happen.
He's trying to get a husband.
did. Because
But those people are famous people are trying to stay in the DL,
they're not,
right?
the teams aren't necessarily the figurehead, like the person that's famous is famous, but his assistants and executives or whatever, they're not famous. They just work on something.
I see.
And if they come to town and they're like,
So you meant fame adjacent people.
yeah, I thought there would be like agents or something there.
Rich.
And a lot of people use these bathhouses. It's not just like a day spa. It's not just a club. It's a hotel too. Like you can actually stay there. And I guarantee you that's probably one of the main places that people were like, wait a minute, they have actually decent rates. And I have the D right close to me. All I got to do is walk out my door. So I thought,
Well, so you wouldn't have recognized somebody who wasn't famous. So your thought was that you'd get to know them and they would divulge to you that they were so-and-so's assistant?
I thought there would be more people there
You
than
thought it'd
usual.
just be, like, crowded.
Correct. I thought there would be like out-of-town people there. Not
Oh, it
necessarily-
wasn't even crowded.
Oh, it was old and ugly people there. Yeah, it
Oh,
was crowded.
I feel like that's who goes to that kind of stuff.
No, not always.
And Cody.
And Cody.
I was like, I wait to
He's getting there.
wait to the bar. Shut up. I wait till the bars close
He's getting there, what, old?
Yeah.
or ugly.
Oh, I see. Well, you're going to be 30 in a couple of months.
I know.
You're fine.
Here's a name for Britney Spears' book. Try this out, right? Now,
No.
it's a visual thing.
Oh, God.
It's called Brit, me, Spears. Brit, me, Spears.
No.
What, no?
So you're
Try
saying,
again.
That's all I had.
Alan, you're saying that it's not going to be a song title, is what you're telling us.
That's what he thinks.
That's what I think.
I'm telling you, you're wrong.
I could be.
Maybe it's
You
a song title, but not one of her songs.
I've been wrong many times today, and I'll be wrong many more times today. I'm just saying that I think if you need to get people's attention from the book cover, you don't want it to look like a book someone else wrote.
But you can.
So that involves the word "my" on the cover.
Yeah, but the disclaimer could be like Britney Spears' autobiography. Like that's all you got to put in there. Then it's your book. You wrote it.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Just small text.
Listen, you could be right.
What would yours be called, Code?
I don't know.
The Poundcake.
Oh, we already had this.
It's the bathhouse.
Oh, Nature of the Knock.
Nature of the Knock. There was the Les Miserables one that was that one?
Slay Miserable.
Yeah, something like that.
Slay Miz.
Slay Miz, yeah.
Slay Miz.
yeah.
Play Miz.
Yeah, Nature of the Knock.
Nature,
Yeah.
Dinner for
of the
Schmucks.
Knock,
Just
yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get a Nature of the Knock this weekend, but it was just I didn't want anybody to knock. I just kind of avoided the door altogether. So
Avoided the door. You locked yourself inside. Didn't leave. Is that what he's saying? He locked
I
himself
don't know
inside.
what
He's
he's
saying.
Okay.
I don't know what
Didn't
he's
go
trying to
anywhere?
say.
no, I went, but then I left shortly after.
He
So
took a look
maybe-
around and left.
So you didn't stay very long.
I stayed like 2 hours, which normally is
More than enough time.
It's sunrise when I leave there. So I was like 2 hours. I paid my money for this.
How much is it?
It's only I don't remember because it was on my card, but it's like less than like $30.
And that just gets you in. There's no
Isn't
time limit or
anything
anything.
goes? Is it a? I don't get it.
They have a playroom.
That's why you
That's
have to.
what I mean.
You have to listen to the Poundcake podcast.
Oh, you're right.
He's going to explain everything.
And how he went to this place and nothing happened.
Well, hopefully he will. He'll wink, wink, Poundcake. Hopefully he will stuff it with all kinds of details about the inner workings of a bathhouse.
normally happens
for
there, yes.
people listening who that might be a foreign experience to them.
Most people.
I assume that's what he'll do. Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna.
The vast minority of those people are not going to know what he's talking
I've
about.
taken a straight friend to a bathhouse because he didn't believe me. He was like, I can't believe places like this exist. I'm like, why? He was like, gay men just like go to a place and they just outdo each other.
Well,
I'm
there
like,
there are a lot. It's certainly not the heyday of the bathhouse anymore. A lot of public health committees and things like that around the country shut a lot of those down. So there are a lot of cities that do not have those anymore. It was an old converted one in Tremont that is condos now, I think. Alan Poundcake, I worked an after party at the House of Blues with MGK, Usher, and Bill Murray.
So
Man.
He got all three of those guys to work?
Yeah.
Wow.
Big money,
Barbacks
man.
There's that video of MGK going around talking to that kid on the floor, and everybody's like, he's so nice, he's so nice. And they won't even let him have that. They're kicking this guy in the balls. They're like, he's not nice, he's just... I'm like, he's mic'd, so he's talking to this kid, and he's like,
someone who I've met on 2 occasions. He's nice.
same.
He is very sweet. I've met him too, yeah.
Could it be that MGK is a character, everybody? And that Colson Baker is a pretty nice guy? I mean, call me nuts.
I think people just want celebrities to be rude and mean and
Why?
nasty.
They can be mean to him.
Why
They
wouldn't
can
you-
justify.
No, I
But
think
why wouldn't you want them to be nice? Because celebrities that are universally considered nice, people seem to love them. Everybody loves Tom Hanks. Everybody loves blah, 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 blah. I don't get it.
I think it makes people feel better about them having, like, being jealous of them. Like, if they're jealous of somebody who has a bunch of money because they're rich, like, oh, well, they're a piece of trash human being. So they can kind of feel better about themselves in a way by putting them down. I don't know.
Oh, my God. It's so sick. I don't get it. I mean, I understand the pathology you're describing. It just seems so useless to me.
Yeah, a lot of
Jealousy is a
negativity.
useless emotion.
Most negativity is useless.
They like to
And
justify
most people
the
aren't
bad behavior.
talented.
Yep.
Right? You jealous of Tom Hanks or MGK? If you could do what they do, you'd do it.
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, Drunk Sue.
Hey, what's up?
Speaking of talented, what's going on, Sue?
I know, right? If you was gonna write a book, I'd buy it.
See? That's one. Already sold.
There's one.
Yeah,
What
I'd
if I
buy
wrote it just
You know,
for Sue? It's the inscription is for Sue.
It's a letter to her.
There you go. That's right.
No, I'll tell you why I'd buy it, because you know how many times I go to the bathroom every day, and that's where I read.
No, I don't know how many times a day you go to the bathroom, Sue. I like how that's just
Yeah, you know, you know.
that's just well-known information. You know how often I go.
But I don't know how many times you go either.
Well, I go 3 times a day. Now you
All
know.
I'm saying is, I gotta kill some time. At least I could be thinking about you. Of
course.
Taking a crap.
There you go.
Duh.
That's when I like people thinking about me. Sue listens to Blues Traveler too, Bill, in the bathroom. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Is that true, Sue, that you listen to Blues Traveler in the bathroom?
Pooh's traveler. Am I right?
No, I just read a book, and I was hoping you'd write one.
Oh. Well, to the best of my knowledge.
Besides that, if you get $1 million contract and you don't do the book, at least I could help you recoup your losses.
By purchasing one book?
Well, yeah, but if I endorse it, then oh my gosh, think of the money you can
What?
If Sue is your spokesperson.
Listen, I didn't realize that she was a literary influencer.
do.
All right, well, good.
Recommended.
Well, tell you what. Why don't you set up a focus group, Sue, and then we'll circle back around and see if there's any general interest.
If I hear circle back around one more time, I'm going to slice somebody's throat.
Gee.
Sue, it's not like you work in an office environment. How often do you hear that?
I hear it on the radio enough that I know I don't want to hear it again.
Huh.
I'll let that sucker back. You know
Yeah.
what? I'm going to smack her every time I hear her say that. Sucker back.
Who says that? Who's her?
Hello, Biden's little mouth muppet.
Mouth mop. What?
Jen Psaki?
No.
The press secretary? Who?
Whatever her name is, I don't know. Who's
The vice president?
The vice president of the United States?
Yeah.
Kamala Harris?
How often do you see her on TV? I
that's
haven't
her.
seen her on TV in 2 years.
Are you listening? Yeah, or her radio addresses that are not happening.
Either way, she's a mouth bucket.
What is a mouth bucket?
Puppet.
So you don't like her, is what you're trying to say.
That's what you got out of that?
No, I don't like her.
Yeah. Why don't you like her?
She doesn't have a voice of her own.
I see.
Even Biden
Right, but Sue,
you don't remember what his voice sounds like.
Sue, you do realize that in every presidential administration, whoever the vice president is there to solidify the president's agenda.
I know. Isn't that freaking scary?
But it's not. Vice president is largely a ceremonial title. I mean, it's not like lieutenant governor where you like run for the position. You're on the ticket. Mike Pence.
You know what? I'm afraid people are afraid to get rid of Biden because they're afraid of Harris.
Well, it sounds like you've got it all figured out, Sue.
I think I do.
Right. But then wouldn't they get rid of her and you'd have President Nancy Pelosi?
Oh, my God. Oh. That is
I'm scratching her right where she itches,
Sue,
right?
Sue, Sue.
Thank you, Sue. I look forward to you purchasing my one book.
Sue, 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 Sue.
That's not even the song I really wanted to play. I wanted to play Alex Jones.
I did it again. I play with your heart. Got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby.
Yeah, listen, when Alex Jones starts talking about the Britney Spears book called Brit, Me Spears.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Make her sound like a
Britney
leprechaun
Spears,
for
yeah.
one thing.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears! Thank you, Sue. This is one of the stranger Sue calls we've had in a while.
It's also funny how people don't realize they curate their own experiences like more than they know, especially if you're using technology like Facebook and social media, where the algorithm's showing you things that you are clicking on. So when you're seeing a lot of Kamala Harris, that's because you're clicking on things that she's on. Like that's not.
Yes.
And if you don't like that, then you got to avoid it. And not
That's
click
right.
on it.
I happen to like Kamala Harris even before she was vice president, and I couldn't tell you anything she said in the past 3
Right.
months. I just don't curate that information for myself.
There's like a pastor that he went like semi-viral because he's like
For heckling Mary Santora.
No, because he's like, the only thing that's on TikTok is teenage girls in bikinis. And it's like, buddy,
How did you know that?
I got to tell you something.
About TikTok.
All I see are people getting earwax removed and people building clay pots.
Yep.
So maybe you're curating your own little experience
All I
there.
see are home renovation projects.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's not...
I got a lot of calls on the after hours line about Rick, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of very sad people about Rick.
Hey guys, I'm a couple days behind on the show, and I just learned about Mr. Frederick Clayton, and I want to say that this is Rick, and man, did that bum me out. Really, really did. I loved Rick. Every single time he called, I would just light up, and sometimes I would have to rewind it to like try to hear what he said. But man, was he funny, and I'm so sorry, you guys. I love the show just as much as I hate the show. All right, love you, bye.
There's one. Here's another one.
Hi, this is Jamie. I was formerly...
A lot of women, by the way.
He's a
Mostly
ladies'
women.
man.
Yeah, mostly women who called and were very upset at Rick, who we presume has passed away. We've got no information to the contrary. All the information that we had finally lined up.
Hi, this is Jamie. I was formerly your bureau chief in the Colony, Texas. My family just moved to Dublin, Ohio, near Columbus, so I'm still following you guys on the podcast. I'm actually catching up on the podcast, and I just heard the one where you discovered that Rick died, and I'm so sad about it. Kind of a weird amount of sad for someone I've never met. It should also be noted that I cried when Mary's dad died, so maybe there's some issues there.
Mary didn't even cry then.
Anyways,
Right.
just wanted to call, let you know about my change in location and just how sad I am. I'll keep listening to find out more about this unfolding story. Have a great day. Bye.
I like how she still made it about her. I want to let you guys know about my change of location and how sad I am.
Well, I do like to know when someone has a change of location. She was in the Colony, Texas, and now she's in Dublin, Ohio. Me Spears in Dublin, Ohio.
Some 18 years ago, I left Dayton, Ohio with 2 very bad knees and a dream to become a Major League Baseball player. I thank God that dream came true.
Listen, you want to talk about world events and you want to talk about what your feed curates and whatnot. You know, I've had people who try to pick my brain a little bit from time to time. They'll send me a message and they go, what do you think about what's going on in Ukraine? And it's far too boring to talk about in this program. But the reason that I don't is because I take my cues from Cardi B. And this is no surprise. I've always taken my cues from Cardi B. I took my cues from her in the emerging days of the coronavirus when she told everybody that it was going to be fine. And I acted accordingly. And so when she puts out a statement on Ukraine and what's going on, you best believe that's where I take my cues. If you follow Cardi B on Twitter. My only curiosity comes from what her interest is. Something over there has to do with her income, or I don't know what. Maybe she was planning a tour. Maybe she had a date in Kiev. I don't know.
I actually want to say a lot of...
By the way, if you've seen this video, she starts it with, hey, my phone didn't get hacked. It's actually me. Mm-hmm. It's very clearly her. Of course, it is an age of deep fakes, so maybe she's trying to, let people know. It's the real deal.
I actually want to say a lot of things, but I'm just going to mind my business because sometimes I feel like I have such a big platform that if I don't say the right things, I might get killed. But I'm really not on NATO's side. I'm really not in Russian side. I don't
see you taking notes. I don't see anyone taking notes.
I get killed. If I said the wrong thing, I might get killed. She said it so cavalier.
She's like Rosie Perez.
I might get killed. I mean,
if I don't say the right thing, I might get... Do you see how happy that made him?
Mm-hmm. If I don't say the right things, I might get killed.
Mm-hmm.
It's so stupid. She's like,
hey, we don't know who's got knives out for her.
She got security.
All right.
But I'm really not on NATO's side. I'm really not in Russian side. I'm actually in the citizen side because at the end of the day, the world is having a crisis right now. There's inflation not only in America, but everywhere in the world. It's really hard to get the economy back up. There is so much shipments and embarkments backed up. China's not really...
What are embarkments?
You know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
I don't feel like I need to explain it to you.
I'm glad she said shipments.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what embarkments are.
Like when you make an embarkment.
Oh, that embarkment.
Yes.
Oh.
You make an embarkment.
And embarkments backed up. China's not really messing with us. So a lot of things are behind. A lot of goods are behind. So I'm just really annoyed by this. And I really wish that all world leaders right now just really come with a logical conclusion. But whatever.
Boy, that was a twist ending there after that really good explanation from Cardi B.
She sounded like that girl who answers the question in the Miss America pageant.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have that, and I believe that our education, such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. Or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Thank you very much, South Carolina.
Thank you very much, South Carolina. You have put a black spot on the... What is South Carolina? The Palmetto State? I don't know what South Carolina is, but... Now, that was a long time ago, so I guarantee you that girl now is grown up, has kids, and is screaming at school board meetings with her vast wealth of information and knowledge. But Cardi B, listen, her heart's in the right place. Say what you want about Miss Teen USA back there from South Carolina. She wasn't worried about embarkments, and I think that's the takeaway from the whole thing. So, I've got passes for you for the Cleveland Auto Show. Kicks off this Friday, I think, and goes through March 6th at the IX Center. Back in business, baby. ClevelandAutoShow.com for that, so if you want to get to the auto show a couple of